Hello guys, today I'm going to be talking about me with my OCD that I've been living with since the age of 12. Um, I try about all the antidepressants, you can name them, and I'm already took them, like Prozac, uh, Zoloft, clomipramine or Afrinil, and just a lot of psych medications. They've even put me on antipsychotic as a bonus, and now I'm on. I'm sorry. Now I'm on a antipsychotic called. It's a new medication. Well, it's not that new, but there's no generic. It's called Valar. I don't know if I'm saying it right. You see, I was admitted 2 times in the hospital this year, and I recently just got out of the hospital. And it's a very hard disorder to live with, a mental disorder. And I even tried ketamine or Spirato. I don't know if I'm saying it right. The nasal spray of ketamine therapy did not work. I even tried the helmet. I don't know what that's called, but I just call it the helmet. That it just feels like the machine is just tapping you, which is like a magnet. I don't know, but I tried it all, and I'm to the point where I don't know what to do. And obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD, it's hard. And the type of OCD I have is OCD harm, it's called, where I get intrusive violent thoughts of killing my mother, ran over that person, punched that person. And I'm being honest, I'm gonna be open because I feel like I need to let this out. I'm trying to educate people about my mental health, and about mental health in general, and people who are suffering with OCD. And this is for people who are suffering with OCD, and I'm going to be honest what is going on in my mind and how OCD is affecting my life. Sorry, I'm sweating because it's the side effects of the medications, and I already told the psychiatrist, and they were like, yeah, antidepressants make you sweat, and of course make you fat. But anyways, so the things that I deal with every single day, even on medication, I'm on the max of the antipsychotic. I'm taking 100 milligrams of clomipramine. I even have Klonopin as needed when I'm having anxiety, which is like so many medications. And what else am I on? I'm on something else, a sleeping medication, like some others, like it's like Ambien but different. But anyway, let me tell you what I'm experiencing, why I deal with it. I get depressed and suicidal, and I'm going to tell you why I was admitted in the hospital those 2 times this year. So my OCD, I'm talking about my OCD. I don't know about your OCD. It might be different. My OCD is when I'm in the kitchen, I see the knife, my mom is sitting down, I have that intrusive violent thought of grabbing that knife and stabbing my mom. And it's not like I enjoy these thoughts. I get terrified. I'm like, why? No, I'm not gonna do that. And when I'm cooking steaks, and I put oil on it, or olive oil, and I just have this intrusive thought of like pouring that oil on my mom. And you see, this is very, very scary. And I know for people who do not have OCD, you're probably right now like, wow. But I understand, and I'm gonna be open, and I'm not gonna be afraid of being open. I've been dealing with this since the age of 12, and I'm 23 now, about to be 24 in March. And it's just, and when I'm driving too, it's I get this intrusive thought of ranting over those people that are in front of me walking, and it's so it gets me to my, like, it makes me cry, because you see, when I'm in Walmart and you're trying to look for like a parking spot, it's 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 like my anxiety is like through the roof, because when I'm driving and I see those, and I slow down, I let the people go because I'm that, but it's terrifying. It makes me cry because I don't know what is going on with my brain, and I see these family. This was not that long ago, rolling down with their kids and the baby holding hand, and I get this intrusive thought, ran over those people, and I'm like, no, for the love of God, like, what is going on? And you see, why am I going? Like, I'm literally going to the hospital, checking myself, but nothing is working, nothing. And it's every single day, OCD, OCD. It's always about violence. It's always about this and that. Go kill this person. And I don't know if I get this intrusive thought of like, or like a voice. It's not me hearing things. I'm not hearing it. It's like in my voice. When you talk, and I don't know. It's very hard. It's a voice, and it's just like, go kill your mom. I'm like, what? What the fuck? And I always talk back to it, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, shut up. In my brain, I don't talk it out loud because I don't do that. I don't like doing that, even when I'm by myself at home. And it's concerning me. I don't know why that I have to deal with this, and why other people have to deal with this type of disorder. And it's not only OCD, it's all mental illness condition. Why was I born in this world just to deal and suffer with these mental disorders? I have major depression disorder, OCD, anxiety. I get panic attacks. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but my doctor said that it was not schizophrenia. I was like, okay, and he took off schizophrenia, even though I'm taking antipsychotic. He said they're misdiagnosing, so he took that off. My private psychiatrist, and even the hospital when I got out. Well, that's another story right there. I'm gonna tell you guys in the same video. Yeah, it's just like really awful. Like, right now I'm on disability, and I hate being on disability. I want to get a job. I want to go back what I love doing, working in the kitchen. Like, I love cooking. Like, I wanted to be a chef, but you see, I'm dealing with knives every single day, and I remember working there. And I have dyslexia. I don't know how to write. I know how to read English a little bit, but I know how to talk it. You see, I have a learning disability too. When I was I hate calling it a learning disability. I just have a learning problem. There you go. I was in special education all through school, and it got to the point where I didn't want to be in that class because it was embarrassing, and I had friends, and so they put me in regular classes. And was that a big mistake? I should have just stuck with special education, because I was stuck at 10th grade because I was failing the STAR exam and all that. But anyways, I just like please let me know down in the comments, guys, what are you guys are dealing with, because I feel like I'm the only one having this disorder, and it's questioning me. Like, I'm questioning myself, like, am I a psychopath? Like, what is going on with my brain? And I tell my psychiatrist, I think I'm turning into a psychopath. And Google always says you have psychopath. Or like, what I meant to say is, like, Google always tell you have cancer when you're looking up things. And man, now when you're looking up a mental illness, oh, you're this and that, you this and that, and you're like, oh my God, let me look it further. And then you start looking at like Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a murderer, a ruthless murderer, which was a terrible person to be on this planet. And then I'm like, okay, I start comparing, like, okay, to these murderers. And I'm like Googling, and I'm like, fuck. I'm a psychopath, literally. Like, that's what, like, I'm already convinced. I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I'm like crying. I'm like, what is going on? And I have to go to make an appointment with my psychiatrist, or if it gets to the point where I'm like very nervous, I go check myself into a private hospital, because I don't like going to the county hospital here in Fort Worth, which is JPS. Very terrible hospital. Only been there once in October this year of 2024, and I'm going to share what happened, all that right now. But yeah, and my private psychiatrist says you're not a psychopath. Like, when you get these thoughts, do you get like, do you enjoy these thoughts? I was like, no. It causes me distress. It causes me to have anxiety and panic attack, and this is why I take benzos, even though I don't want to be on benzos. But the benzos are better than hydroxytine, because it does calm me down. I'm on a sleeping pill medication because I cannot sleep. Oh, it's trazodone. It's I like trazodone better than Ambien. But yeah, I'm like, and my psychiatrist is like, you're not a psychopath. You've been living with this since the age of 12, back in 2011. And all those years you've been alive, you've been dealing with OCD. You're not a psychopath, because a psychopath would have already done it a long time ago. A psychopath does not get scared or worry or go seek help. They do not. And he says, stop Googling. But I have a bad habit of Googling, because I'm like, whoa, I have this wild thought. What does this mean? But he's just saying it's a disorder. It's OCD. It's not your fault. It's OCD. It's a disorder. It manifests in your head, and it's just like this. He told me that it's just you obsess, and I think that's. Obsessive compulsive, I think, yeah, you obsess on things, and you do compulsions to get rid of the anxiety, and you know, it's just like, it's so much work in my head, and I have to, like, oh my God, like, I hate, like, I literally, when I see the knife in the kitchen, I literally put a towel over it just to calm my OCD thoughts, like, just to calm my anxiety in general. And it's just so much time in my head. And I try to go out. My brothers are like, well, go party, go this and that. Yeah, I do that, but OCD is not going to go away. Even though, I'm in the gym doing exercise and being distracted. And then I get the OCD thought, go punch that person. I'm like, what in the world is going on in here, in my head? What is going on? What is so different about my brain than other people? And people who do not have mental disorders are very lucky and blessed. And like, I don't know why I was born in this world to deal with mental illness. What is my purpose in life with OCD? Like, what is going on? And this is why I feel suicidal. This is why I want to leave this world. Well, let me fix that. I do not want to die. But at the same time, I do, because I do not want to suffer anymore with this OCD. I have to, like, I call it, I have to end this brain. This brain is no good. This brain, ever since I was born, was just OCD, anxiety, learning difficulties. Like, this is why I was admitted in the hospital. But sorry, somebody's coming. It's just they're putting paper, and this is why sorry, somebody was in the door. He was just putting. I think it was FedEx, but I had the door open. But anyways. So now let's talk about why I was in the hospital these two times in 2020. this was October 25th, 24th at 8:45 p.m. We arrived where I was just telling my mom, man, you're not a good mom, this and that. I should have never said that. And my mom, we still talk, and I have to apologize, but at that moment I was very depressed and very insecure myself, like insecure, and just thinking that nobody really likes me, and thinking that like I'm just taking space in this world. I have mental illness that there's no cure, even though I'm seeking help. I'm taking the medication as prescribed. I've been on multiple medications. I did everything I could, everything. I got so depressed, and we arrived in the house. I got like 2 bottles of Ambien, which was like 60 pills each. No, 30 pills on one bottle and 30 pills on the other bottle. And my mom was in the room, and my mom thought I was just gonna go outside and just take a deep breath or something. I went outside. I lived right next to a park. This was at night. I found a dark spot in the park by the lake, and I put up my headphones. My headphones on. I listened to music. I was just thinking, like, this OCD is not gonna hurt me no more. I'm not gonna suffer no more. I will be gone, and I will not exist anymore. And I was like, nobody really likes me anyways. So I was like, I was just so hopeless in that time. This is 9:45 already. I'm thinking about it. I'm scared, and I'm like, I told myself, stop being a little bitch and just do it. That's what I told myself while listening to music. And I put these sad musics, made me cry. It was like a movie playing in my head of me, like a movie of me growing up and all that violence in the house, and me suffering as a little kid. And I was like, fuck it. And I just remember opening the bottle. I pull all those pills, and I just drink water, and I just felt all the pills. And I was like, fuck it, it's over. I grabbed the other bottle of Ambien, chugged it again. I just felt all the pills. I'm like, it made that noise, like it just was weird. All those pills, and I was like, there, I finally will be with God. But the Bible says if you end your life, you will go to hell. And I was like, man, if I go to hell, fuck it, man. Like, I do not know anymore if God is real, if the devil, like, I don't know if this is that, I was not even thinking about that, actually. I was not. What I was thinking, I was just like, okay, now I'm gonna figure out what death is like. Like, what is, if it's true that you do go to hell, that was gonna be the moment. I thought about that. Yeah, I was like, damn, like now I'm gonna, and I was already like feeling woozy and all that, and I was like, it's over. No more OCD, no more Edwin in this planet. And I was happy, actually. I was crying, but happy that I wasn't gonna die. And I called my mom real quick. I told my mom, I love you, bye. And I just heard, no, Mom, no. She said, son, where are you? And I just heard her crying, like panicking. And I called my brother, and then I called 911. And I was said my last goodbyes and all that. Like this is where my body is gonna be, and so I passed out and don't remember a damn thing. It was just dark. Like I literally like thought like it just felt like I didn't know. Like I just like I guess that's how I feel when you're about to die. And they took a while for them to find me. And when they found me, I was barely breathing. I think they said. And my brother found me, and the police were somewhere else looking for me. The ambulance was on the other side because I was in the park. They could drive through the park, but it was like a park, like a run trail, like where you exercise. My brother runs. He's like, "Oh no!" Like he told me, "Oh no, he's dead." Well, they start crying. I felt really bad too about that. And my brother's, I think, I don't know how to say, but I'm just gonna go. My brother's wife started doing CPR on me, and they were trying to wake me up, and they said I was like, that's what. And supposedly, this is what my brother told me because I don't remember a damn thing. I didn't feel anything, nothing. And the police eventually comes in and does CPR on me, or the CPR, right? Or like chest compression. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm getting confused here, but they started like doing chest compressions or like pushing to make me not die, to not let me die. And then they had to carry my body because the ambulance was still over there, and they couldn't make it on time. The 3 police officers, and my brother, supposedly that's what he told me, put me in the back of the police car, like, and drove me to the nearest ambulance. And that's when I woke up in the emergency room in JPS here in Fort Worth, and I just remember seeing 2 IVs, and I was like, what the hell? And all I remember was just me like no, I was mad. Like I was like, no, there's no way that I'm not dead. And I was like zooming, like going to sleep and waking up, going to sleep. And I just remember, all I remember was that I grabbed something, and that something was my IV, and I janked it out, and the nerve was like, ooh, that didn't hurt. And then I grabbed the other one, supposedly, and then this is where and that was it. And I went back, and my mom visited me and all that, and I just remember seeing my mom. I was like, Mom, she was trying to talk to me, and I just went knocked out. I was like really, and I think they put another IV because, and then I woke up and again feeling a little better. Now I could talk. I was there for a week, and in the hospital and the medical side. We're getting ready to be medical clear to go to the mental facility of JPS, the county hospital, and really bad. I didn't like it. It was a JPS hospital, Trinity Springs Behavioral Health Hospital for mental illness, for people who have problems. It's not a good place. They treat me like crap. I felt like I was just like a trash, like a dog or something, and it was just, and it looked like a jail too. Like I never been in jail, only juvenile one time, and that was it. And yeah, I watched all those cops and this and that jails, and I was like, no, I started freaking out. I started crying. I want to go home. this is not the place. This is not the place for me. And eventually, after a long 15 days in there, it felt like months, I finally got out, and I was like, man, I still feel suicidal. I was like, okay. And then a couple of days later, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna go kill myself. Fuck this, fuck life, literally. I was like, nobody could cure my mental illness. Nobody, even though I'm taking medication, OCD is still there, and I want it gone for good. And I grabbed all my medication. This is Tylenol. All my my doctor prescribed another sleeping. I think it's trazodone. Yeah, and I grabbed everything, everything like you could name, like all over the counter, all prescribed, all psych meds. I was gonna go at night again and go to a different side of, not go to the park, but go somewhere else far away with the Uber. And I was gonna do it again, but when I was thinking about it, I was like, no, I'm gonna admit myself to the nearest hospital. And I went to the hospital, and they told me, what hospital you want to go? And I was like, I want to go to Mesa Springs, which is a private hospital. It used to be good, it used to be better, but another company bought it. But in every hospital, there's always mean nurses, there's always mean techs. But yeah, and I got out not that long ago, a couple of days ago, and I'm still feeling like depressed, hopeless, because nothing is working. And I wish the United States offered euthanasia for people who have mental problems, who are continuing treatment, but treatment is not working. And I just want to die with dignity. I want a peaceful death. I want to say my last goodbyes. I don't want to die in a lonely, dark place. Say my last goodbyes to everybody, and say goodbye to my cats, and tell them that you guys who could have my things, who could take my, and give them permission for my account, and like tell them the PIN so they could withdraw the money. And yeah, very depressing, very hopeless me. Like I'm very insecure about myself, and also that's what it makes me depressed, and then mental illness. And I don't know why it's not working, and I might be resistant to those medications, all of them. Yeah. I just hope that, I know it's not going to happen in my time. I think that I might eventually will kill myself, and eventually, I know I will eventually. I'm 23, I'm gonna try to live life, and my destiny is not to hurt nobody. That's not my destiny. That's not who I am. And I know I'm never gonna do it, but then my brain tricks me, and then I'm like, oh, this and that. But I know I'm not gonna do it, and I know I would kill myself. I would just hurt myself, yeah, because it's better for me to just kill myself. Like, why deal with this mental disorder? But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with. And medications are not working for me. I'm still anxious. I'm still like, what the fuck? And then I have my psychiatrist appointment in a couple of days, and I'm gonna send the paperwork of the discharge of Mesa Springs Hospital. If you see my eyes going down, it's because I haven't slept and I've been relying on coffee, and the coffee is wearing out. I'm like really stressed out. I'm like, what is going on with my head? Like, I feel like the more I got older, the more severe it got. And yeah, guys, and that's my story, and I will continue to